Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here. A bit of a sore throat because I inhaled a bunch of sawdust and I'm allergic to sawdust apparently. But we're going to power through it because one of the biggest updates, well actually pretty much the biggest update to Arena ever since it came out, has been announced on Daily MTG today in the state of the beta. So we're going to check it out, written by Chris Clay, who's like they all give themselves these ridiculously elaborate titles. The manager of MTG Arena, I don't know, project manager, executive something, so-and-so, whatever. So he starts with "in like a Leonin." That's racist. There's a reason why we brought in our art director for the March developer update. I don't know what that is or when that was or what they're referring to. And the reason is MTG is about to get some good looking features in the March update. I feel like they said March one too many times. We're going to go through it. I'm not going to play their video because I have no interest in it and copyright issues, but let's see what it probably says, but with less cringe. Playing with style, card styles, card sleeves, avatars. Oh my! I said less cringe, but you went and proved me wrong in the first sentence. We're adding a whole bunch of ways you can spruce up your deck and show off your allegiance with this update. Highlights include guild bundles for each of the Ravnica guilds, which include a card sleeve, 4 card styles, and an avatar for each guild leader. I love how they introduce this first and then explain it all below. I feel like they probably should have put this at the end. Card styles for over 100 cards, spreading across rarities and sets, sleeves, and more. Okay, well, that's meaningless until you see this. So before we break down how each of the cosmetic options work, there are a few things we want to call out. First off, we're by no means finished. With 6 sets currently in MTG Arena, there is some catch-up work to do. That is true, and we'll be adding a 7th in just a few weeks with the release of War of the Spark. While we cannot promise that every card will receive a card style, that is the goal we're working toward. And yes, we're also looking at ways to include other promos or card style options. So I'm pretty sure in this entire article they don't mention pets, even though pets was in the code, so hopefully they haven't abandoned that, because I want a pet, damn it! Give me a monkey! So they go on to say they're looking at ways to include other promos or card style options. So if there is something you'd really like to see, be sure to let us know. I think we all know I need like a glorious, like rainbow emitting version of the 1/1 lifelink bird. That thing is a legend. It is the most powerful card in standard right now. You can acquire some of these cosmetic options through the store, while others will be available through ranked season rewards or special events. And now, without further ado, here's a breakdown of each of the 3 options that we should have told you about earlier, because now you have no context. They also have a cosmetics FAQ. I guess I'll look at that later. So card styles. This is a card style. So if you unlock the card style, it does this. Now see, they're physically moving the card. They're tilting it. So I don't think it'll do this while on the battlefield, but it is a borderless artwork with like the artwork extended behind the text, which is really cool. So card styles allow you to change, I should just leave this up so you can see it, change how the front of your card looks. For this update, we're adding a style unique to MTG Arena that combines a parallax effect with extended artwork showcased above with Sulphur Falls. So they're going to have that on, I think, what did they say, 100 cards or something like that, which, I mean, there's way more than that legal, but I think they're targeting the most popular cards, rares, mythics, that kind of stuff, so that's cool. And they have like filters and styles, and then once you unlock it once, it unlocks for every copy of the card, so you don't have to unlock it multiple times like you did with like the special artwork Galtas and all that stuff. So skipping past that, because I explained it better than they did, this is what it's going to look like. The blue diamond will indicate if you've unlocked the like special whoop-de-doo art version, which you can see like even Teferi, it extends kind of different card frame. Nothing too special, but then again, in paper, these are worth a fortune. So I could see people kind of going for them, especially if they're really rich, I guess. But I believe they said most of the cosmetics in this article they referred to as being able to be bought with coins or gems. So there you go. If you think you open enough packs and you're happy with the gems you've got, or I mean the coins you've got, instead of buying a pack for 1,000, maybe buy some cool cosmetics. I mean, I don't know. If you did a draft with coins and you're still a free player, now you got some gems and you're like, I got 400 gems, but that doesn't buy nothing. Hey, get some cosmetics. Why not? Or save up for the next set, which is, you know, the smart thing to do. But on the other hand, shiny cards. So card styles do not add the cards to your collection, by the way. Once acquired, a card style can be applied to all cards with that illustration. You don't need to acquire more. I'm going to read this verbatim because this is probably the best way they could explain it. Card styles are based on a card's illustration, or as everybody but them calls it, the card art. This means that if a card shares the same card art, like Luminous Bonds from Rivals of Ixalan and Core Set 2019, once you've unlocked that card style, it will apply to any card in your collection with that exact artwork. If the card appears in a set using a different artwork, like Luminous Bonds from Guilds of Ravnica, which does look different, it will have a separate card style you can acquire. They should have added, unless it doesn't, because they only did 100. It is possible to acquire card styles for cards you do not have in your collection. If this happens, you will be able to apply it once you do have it, and you won't have to reacquire it later. So don't do that. Applying a card style is optional. While this option is enabled by default, you will be able to swap between using card styles and the default illustration in the deck builder. I would bet good money that that doesn't apply to your opponents. It only applies to your own cards, because they gotta let them show off their bling. These are the card sleeves, which we all knew this was coming. I mean, we've seen custom card sleeves in the events, like the Valentine's Day event. So, yeah, they've got at least 10 of them coming, the guild ones. So that's cool. So on the flip side, card sleeves allow you to change the way the back of the card looks. Like card styles, you'll be able to select your card sleeve from the deck building page by clicking on the deck box, and then selecting which card back you'd like to use from the ones you have available. So additional notes about this: once acquired, a card sleeve can be applied to any deck in your collection, which is actually more generous than sleeves in real life. You can choose the card sleeve to apply on a deck-by-deck basis. You can have a different card sleeve for every deck if you so desire. I do indeed, but I'm not willing to pay you a penny for it. Applying a card sleeve is optional. You'll be able to swap between card sleeves and the default card back in the deck builder. So then, avatars! Let's just stop right here and look at Sparky for a second. I hope that this weird, freaky looking, giant-eyed chibi anime cat is not one of the characters in the next set, but I can't help but feel it might be. But I vaguely remembered this from the tutorial, and they referenced later that this is from the tutorial, so I feel like that's a couple months ahead of time leak. So no, I don't think that Sparky is like a mythic card from War of the Spark, but then again, would I be surprised? No, not even in the least. So yeah. So last but not least, more avatars. They'll work just like avatars currently do, only now there are more of them. Before you ask, we're not removing any of the avatars that are currently available. No takesy-backsies on the options you already have. And then there's the next sentence, which is Huatli and Angrath, which were used during the closed beta before players could select their avatar, will be available for purchase with either gems or gold. So I guess there is a little bit of takesies, a little bit of backsies, a little bit. And each of the 10 guild leaders from Ravnica will also be available. Yay, ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I love how they named him Pinchy McStingbutt, which that has to be a Vic Magnone, whatever his name is, reference. Something, yeah. You guys are so woke. Also, you would probably restrict that name and reset it. So, great example. In our current version of the new player experience, Sparky walks you through a few tutorial matches, rewards you with some decks, and then kicks you into the deep end of the mana pool. They're not kidding. I heard the Bronze League is full of Tier 1 decks. What the hell? Since Magic the Gathering can be a pretty complex game, rewarding new players with a bunch of new decks and then telling them to have fun against other players isn't always the easiest way to learn. Well, Sparky's back, and this time she's not on your side of the battlefield. Starting next week, you'll be able to queue up for practice matches in MTG Arena. Whether you're looking to try out a new deck or simply brush up on your skills, Sparky is here to offer a helping hand, or rather hand-like manifestation of a Planeswalker's latent power. See, I think it's in the next set, I really do. Anyway, to every player in MTG Arena, and if you happen to be one of our newer players, you'll be able to use practice matches to gain experience, level up, and progress towards mastering how you play Magic the Gathering. So that's kind of cool. Now, they didn't actually come out and say it, but they did say that Sparky's not on your side of the battlefield, so you'd be versing Sparky. So it would seem that these are games against the AI, which people have just long had this ridiculous, honestly, it is ridiculous conspiracy theory that they're playing against bots instead of real people. Trust me, they have no problem rigging the game, whether it's two humans or not, but I don't think that's true. And the evidence I've seen for it is pretty damn shaky. I don't even see a logical reason for them to do that. So, yeah, so they've basically made a play against you universal engine, which is interesting. But then again, X-Mage has one, and that was like volunteer made. So how hard could it have been? But in my opinion, probably extremely difficult. But then again, if they just hand Sparky a ridiculously simple deck with simple decisions, it'll probably slip up based on what you're doing once in a while, but it will at least know how to run its own deck, and they can custom make the AI script for the deck it's running. So that would be kind of interesting, just having a little AI punching bag so that you don't have to just go into free play, try something that doesn't work, and say, oh, whoops, I forgot to add an entire color of lands and then just forfeiting and like ruining somebody's match, I guess, or whatever. So, mastering magic. This is where it gets really interesting. A mastery tree. I guess they're going full blown every game ever. I was going to say MechWarrior Online, then I was going to say Final Fantasy, then I was going to say, you know what, everything. The XL3 has something like this. So, mastering magic. Whoops, and that's not hyperbole. I mean, it wasn't really implied that it was, but okay. Another change we're making with the March update is an update to our progression system for players new to the game. Well, I'm not new to the game, but hopefully I get this cool thing too. Players starting off at MTG Arena will now earn experience when they play. Oh, cool. And each level will unlock new rewards, including gold, deck upgrades, and more. Yeah, they needed to front load more free stuff. They really did. I mean, they went from giving you 5 decks to, I think, giving you, like, over the course of a couple wins or a couple days, like, 10 or 15 more, because people were complaining that it was way too hard to start out without just dumping money into the game up front, which if you're new to Magic, you're not very inclined to do. So a lot of freemium games, especially mobile games, will give you a ton of rewards up front, like Apex Legends, and then they'll slow it down. Like even, I think past like level 20 or 30, you only get a free like loot crate basically in Apex Legends every other level, and also it takes longer to level. So they really pump the brakes on the free rewards, but they give you a ton up front. But all the rewards are 100% purely cosmetic, so, you know, whatever. So this is like actual gold and stuff. So yeah, I think if people are like, wow, I'm flying through this. Hey, I've got a new deck idea, and I can actually build it. And then after maybe a week or two, you start to really have them dry up, and they're like, okay, I'm still playing, I'm taking this seriously. Maybe now I'll give them some money. Because I think, like, kind of hitting the player up for money within the first week is just not good. I think they weren't getting good results from that. So this is smart. Yeah, give people tons and tons of visible progression and free stuff up front and then slow it down. That is incredibly intelligent, and it's more fair than what they're doing now. I mean, you might call it manipulative. I call that pretty reasonable marketing as far as what they could be doing as far as like purely evil monetization schemes. So anyway, they'll be getting, let's see, gold, deck upgrades, and more. Part of this progression system includes a new mastery tree, allowing players to gradually learn more about the 5 colors of mana and how each type of deck plays. Oh, they're going to learn real quick about mono red and mono blue. Anyway, let's see. Oh, Guardian Angels. Angels can dominate the battlefield, both offensively and defensively. Oh, let me guess. To get that branch, you have to play Angels or something. Oh my god. Players can skip the tour if they wish to unlock all the different play queues. Oh, that's right. They do lock you out of certain queues, like ranked. I forgot about that. Or the special events or something. I don't remember. They do limit you. But you'll still need to play in order to earn your rewards. So that's cool. For our existing players, the good news is that if you've already completed the new player quest chain and unlocked all the deck rewards, we're not going to make you go through it and do it all over again. Oh, darn. I wanted to like unlock these and do the tree. It looked cool. I'm sure it would be just horribly like pandering to somebody like me who's been playing for like 5 years and runs a YouTube channel about Magic, but I still wanted to do it, damn it. So, not the tutorial again, though, just the like, oh, get out 15 creatures, oh, kill 50 of the opponents, you know, whatever, play 5 white spells and get 50 coins or whatever. Yeah, that sounded fun. So, you'll still receive the new rewards, but I mean, come on, just giving them to me, like, I want to earn them. That's, for some reason, that seems like more fun. I'm weird. But yeah, what they say? Even better news, you'll still receive any of the new rewards players can earn as a part of this updated system. Hint, check your email once the update is live. What a ridiculously stupid off-platform, as they call it, way to inform somebody of something that important. How about a pop-up in-game? How about that? We hope the new progression system combined with practice matches will make it easier for newer players to learn how to play Magic the Gathering, as well as help them discover what kind of decks they like to play, from the giant creatures of green to the cool control of blue to the deadly ambitions of black to the you get the idea. No, it's really just mono white, mono blue, and mono red right now. Constructed Treasure. To celebrate both the March update and the upcoming Mythic Invitational, we're also going to be holding a special event, Treasure Constructed. In Treasure Constructed, we'll actually give you the correct number of land draws. Just kidding, they won't. At the beginning of each of your upkeeps, you create an artifact treasure token, which you can sacrifice to create 1 mana of any color. Ooh, that's interesting. That's better than the Omniscience event, which was a complete joke. To make this event extra special, we will be offering the event with no entry fee. Oh boy, that means the rewards are going to be terrible. You can participate as many times as you like without having to spend gold or gems. Okay, well, I will absolutely be streaming this then just for the memes. And because anything I don't have to take seriously, you guys know I really don't. Like, really don't. So hit the notification bell if you want to get notified of when I stream, because I sure as hell am not going to schedule it. It is completely random and unexpected. By the way, I was streaming earlier today. You can probably see where this is going. Players who get 1 or more wins before 2 match losses will receive a card style for Skewer the Critics. I would never in my life play that. If you manage to get to 5 wins before 2 losses, you'll receive a card style for both Skewer the Critic and Chemist's Insight. Okay, that one's actually good. Crap, I actually play that card occasionally. No entry fee, card style rewards. Wait, that's just the sentence? Card style rewards? Okay. Event starts March 29th, which is, when is that? That is next Friday. Cool. Mythic March. While this covers the major news coming in March, you should also expect some bug fixes, gameplay improvements, and other quality of life changes as part of this update. Good. Cut the timeouts in half. The update is currently scheduled to go live on Wednesday, March 27th. Ooh, that's a while from now. With maintenance being at 5 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, who cares? Status page, blah, 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 whatever. $1 million is a thing. We're on Twitch. Yay. All right, so what do you guys think of all this? I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure the more cynical people, like even more so than me, are going to say, oh, it's just a cash grab. Oh, no. Cool. Then ignore all of it. Like, it's completely optional. So for somebody who's like, I don't want to spend any more in the game than I have to, but also I want everything to look pretty and I want to be seen as the most elite, cool baller player ever. Well, then you're the problem. My only slight issue with this is the fact that you can spend coins on this that you probably should be opening packs with, because even if you're good on what you built, you're going to need like 30 wild cards in the rare slot and up for the next set that comes out. So like, under no circumstances should you theoretically spend coins on cosmetics, but even I know I'm going to. So that's going to be a bit of a mental hurdle to get over, I guess, to be like, oh, but I could have opened a pack, but oh, these look so cool, and I really love this card, and I really like this Planeswalker, and I want the special art. So, I don't know, pricing will be a big thing about how they react to it. I don't think they're going to monetize this too hard, because the cosmetics versus the core things you actually need, wild cards and packs, I'm pretty sure they can rely on packs, and people who are spending enough on packs might also want cosmetics, but they're not going to spend double all of a sudden. So I think these are going to be really cheap. The sleeve packs, boy, if I had to guess, I'm going to say 1 set of sleeves, if they sell them separately, because right now they say they're in like packs, so I'm not sure. I would say, I don't even know the coin to gem conversion, but probably 300 gems. Because, I mean, like $3 to deck out your decks in whatever sleeves you want from now until eternity. It might even be as high as like 500. I'd be kind of surprised if they marked them at like basically $10 worth of gems. I feel like that would be really high, especially if somebody wanted to do like all 5 of their decks in 5 colors. That's $50. So I think $3 is where they'll land. I mean, it might even be 200 gems. That would be interesting, because then you could afford multiple, and you wouldn't just be like, oh, well, I can only unlock 1, so I'm just not even going to bother, you know? All right, fun little update here in post. Standard card sleeves will be 600 gems, so on the high end of what I was thinking, but not outrageous. And then exquisite ones will be 1,200. And exquisite ones are like animated, which is kind of cool, but still, 1,200, jeez. As far as the card art, I'd almost expect it to be like 20 or 25 gems, because it's individual card art. Boy. And then, I mean, certainly like 100 or 200 coins tops. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, you could play for 1 day and get approximately 1,100 to 1,800 coins, depending upon the day, and then unlock like a buttload of them. So they might have to move the prices closer, at least with coins, to like the cost of a pack. So yeah, it might even be, it might be like 500 to 1,000, like 1,500 to unlock some of these with coins. I don't know, hard to say. So I guess if it's way higher than that, I'll be very skeptical and have nothing nice to say about it. But They got to make money at some point, but then again, they're very greedy and do anti-consumer stuff all the time in the game. So they don't have a lot of leeway, in my opinion. So how they do this will be very interesting, but we'll see, I guess, on the 27th, where I'll definitely make a video covering all the new stuff. Funny story about them prices. Let's just fill in the rest here. Avatars will be 500 gems or 300 gold. I think that's somewhat reasonable. Once again, a little bit on the high end, but if they were really cheap, you wouldn't feel that special for having them, I guess, and then just like everybody would have them and it would become expected, but then everybody would buy them and they'd get more sales. So I really do feel like these are just a hair high, but they're not outrageous. But the card styles. Okay. A common will be 400 gems, an uncommon will be 600 gems, a rare will be 1,000 gems, and a mythic rare will be 1,200 gems. That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if they're just going for like a high tier, wow, look at me, I really spent a lot and I really love this card, whoa, or like, I don't know, I think they're 5 to 10 times overpriced, but I don't know. I don't know what the heck to say about this. Let me know what you think. So save up your gems, save up your coins starting now. That'll get you ahead a little bit, and I will see you guys next video.